Hey guys, I've got a new type of video for you guys today. I won't be doing any covers or any originals or anything, but with this video I'll be starting a new little series called Meet Me Monday, where every single Monday I kind of tell you guys a little bit more about myself, and I figure I've been on YouTube for like 7-8 months, and I figure you guys should know a little bit about me, so I think this will be a little bit fun. So I've also got a new intro for you guys, so it's not just boring like, hey guys, it's Savvy every single video. So I'll be rolling that like now. Alright, so for this first episode of Meet Me Monday, I wanted to obviously kind of start with where I kind of started with music, because that's like all I do on my channel, and so it's obvious to start there, and I'm very awkward. So anyway, I got my music taste from both my mom and my dad. They're on very different spectrums of what music they like. Of course, they kind of carries over or whatever. My mom is big into country and jazz and blues and stuff like that, so a lot of Billy Currington, and then there's Kenny G, and then Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey, and so then I love all that stuff. And then my dad is big into EDM, so deadmau5, Tiesto, or deadmau5, however you say his name, and Skrillex and stuff like that. So I'm a lot of both, except my music is kind of very like country, I guess, but kind of also like pop, I guess. I don't really know how to describe my own music or my own genre. I just play music, I just write music, so. I started performing when I was about 6 or 7 years old. Me and my mom used to go to this pizza place that also had karaoke in downtown in our town and everything. And so I started just singing whatever songs I wanted to. Normally that was singing Love Story by Taylor Swift every single time we went, and I have no shame. I love Taylor Swift still to this day, and whatever. But that was kind of where I got my start with performing, musically and stuff. I also did ballet on the side, but that's not what the video is about. But then when I was in elementary school, we had talent shows my second and third grade year. And my second grade year, I sang This Is Me by Demi Lovato from Camp Rock. And then my third grade year, I did All for One and One for All from High School Musical 2. And it's so cringy to remember, but you gotta start somewhere, I guess. Then when I got to middle school, we kind of did some open mic things. This school was brand new when I started going. It was just built, and then a lot of students were transferred over, and me being one of them. And the counselor from my elementary school was also transferred, and she did a lot of the school event type stuff. So she was the one to start the talent shows at my elementary school, and then also started doing open mic stuff at my middle school, which I was basically the only one doing that. There were a few other students that did it, but I was kind of the one that did it consistently, I guess, in a way. But then I would just bring my CD player, bring the CD of whatever song I wanted to sing, and I would sing it, and it was kind of awkward just because now when I think about it, it's like they probably didn't even hear what I was singing, but I did it anyway. The first song I did was I Run to You by Lady Antebellum, and then another time I did Ordinary Boy by Vanessa Carlton. I loved that. That video was like my jam when I was younger. I still love it. Even if I watched it now, I'd probably like know every word. I don't know. But I did those songs and such. I don't even remember the rest. Then after middle school, high school obviously would come, and when I found out about the talent shows that would be going on from my stepsister who went there, who graduated my freshman year actually, I was psyched out and wanted to be able to do it and be like, okay, this is me, I'm a musician, just putting myself out there. And so freshman year I sang Undo It by Carrie Underwood, and that was a lot of fun. I will try to put the video in. If I get the video in, it is now, or if I have a picture, it is now. One thing I also almost forgot to mention was that this junior year, although we didn't have the talent show, it was a really, really big year because I ended up getting to do like these music session things in the mornings. Well, like on Thursday mornings every single week or every other week starting in December, I got to I had to get up early, obviously, go to school, and then go into like the second story of our commons, of our cafeteria, and I got to just play whatever music I wanted to, and it ended up being kind of a lot of fun. Some of my friends would get up early and come and watch. That was a perk. I got to just kind of interrupt my friends' normal wake-up schedules, and so I apologize to all of you, but I'm so thankful for every single one of you for coming and watching and supporting me, especially my boyfriend, who he will definitely be watching this video because, like the great boyfriend he is, he watches every one of them, so thank you. Anyway, the music sessions were a lot of fun. I started those in December, but it was also the reason I ended up starting a YouTube channel. Like, I've always wanted to start one, but I couldn't just because my mom was really, really kind of worried about me doing something so big like on the internet, just because there's a lot of lurkers and stalkers out there, which is completely understandable, and I didn't want to like push that. But I had to like kind of send an audition video to one of our like kind of teachers at the school who was like doing a lot of the new events and stuff. And so I sent in a video, which was Burning House, which was my very first video on this channel, which I had to have a YouTube video so I could get it to them anyway. And then that got me into doing that. And then we started doing a thing called Rebel Rising, and our mascot is the Rebel. And so Rebel Rising was basically where we got to have students come in and like they had a study hall period, and then we would have different enrichment things so you can learn how to like do gaming or how to make video games and stuff like that, and other little activities. And mine was teaching how to songwrite, which I only got to do a few times because there were a couple times I couldn't go, like I was either sick or something just ended up happening, or I was exhausted and stuff. So that was a lot of fun, and I should be doing that again next year. But, yeah.
Where people sing using their voice. So, here's a quick preview of Savannah. She's going to be singing there next Wednesday.
Nice.
So, play the video.
Yeah, that was just like you, Savannah.
Well, that was a pretty original song by Savvy. That's going to start up on December 7th upstairs in the Commons. You guys should also check that video too. Yeah, subscribe.
I'll be there.
Hit the like button. Yeah.
And there's also like one little tiny thing that happened this year. If you guys have seen my cover of I Walk the Line on my channel, then this is why that's there. But also, if you haven't seen it, I'll have the link in the description so you can go and check it out if you have not heard it yet. But in my history class this year, at the end of the year, for this specific class, you have to do like a project on a certain historical figure, and you have to talk about why they're the best in history. And then if you got the best, then you got an automatic A in the assignment, and it was our final. So there was that to put on top of it. But we were told that if we put in like a musical thing into it, then we would get extra credit, and my group kind of wanted to go off the beaten path, I guess. So we ended up choosing Johnny Cash, and obviously no one else was gonna do Johnny Cash anyway, so there was nothing to worry about. So we got to do that, and then when the day came, I had like the cover all set up, and I had it all in my head. And so when I was doing it at the beginning, since I was doing finger picking, as you see in the video, my sleeve kept falling down, and I was like, crap, this is not going well. And I was only on like the first few lines, and then I stopped, and then I pulled my sleeve up, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I keep messing up. And then someone in the room was just like, no, you're fine. And like, whoever you are, thank you, because that was so reassuring, just because I have anxiety, and so I'm really anxious a lot of the time. And so especially at that point when I was actually performing for people that were going to actually watch and listen, it helped me kind of go along with it. So whoever that was, if you're watching, thank you very much. Cheers. But doing that was a lot of fun, and then I got a couple compliments after that, but that was really nice, kind of also, again, getting that reassurance and, like, knowing that I did a good job and that people liked what I was doing. And then later that week, a friend of mine from the other class period, she was like, oh yeah, Johnson was talking about how you did a really good job and how it was amazing, and he's, like, bragging about you, and that was our teacher. And so I'm like, that's so cool, because he was also a huge fan of Johnny Cash and stuff, and so he talked about it a lot. And that was really, really cool to hear that he liked it and that he enjoyed it and that people enjoyed it. And I don't want to see him, like, self-absorbed or, like, egotistical. It's really nice for me personally to hear that people are liking my music and people are liking what I'm doing, and it keeps me going. And so there was one other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, but this didn't happen this school year, but this happened about, like, 2 years ago, I think this week. I got, like, a memories notification on Facebook, and my mother loves taking pictures, so I got, like, these memories of her taking pictures when this was happening. But anyway, we have a friend that lives in Nashville, and he was coming over here to Oregon 2 years ago to record his album, which is out, and I will like talk about that here in a couple minutes, and I'll put the link to his channel and everything so you can go and find it and buy his music and stuff. But he asked if I could, like, do backing vocals on his record, and that was a huge thing for me just because I didn't have any software to record. I couldn't, like, get myself out there in any way aside from, like, doing these little covers on my Facebook every now and again. But then I got to do backing vocals on his album, and that was a lot of fun to do just because I got to kind of see how they did that stuff. And it wasn't anything big. We just kind of sat outside in a circle. Everybody had their own instruments, and we were all on chairs and whatnot. Well, of course we were on chairs, but we just kind of did different takes, and it was a really fun experience to get to do that. And I pulled the CD out from wherever it was in my room so I could show it to you guys. But this is his most recent album called, I'm a terrible fan, called The Story Maker, and it's on Google Play and iTunes and everything, so you can find it, and it's only got 4 tracks on it. I'm on the bottom one, and I remember waking up one morning and getting the Spotify notification that it was up online and everything, and I listened to it, and I'm like, is this the version that I'm on? And I was so happy. It started my morning off great, because then I got to go to school and be like, I bought an album, and freak out to all my friends and stuff. So that was a really cool experience to get to be a part of. And again, I'll be putting the links to his stuff down below in the description, so you guys go and check out his stuff and whatnot. So, alright, so I think that's it for this video. I had a lot of fun getting to get personal, I guess, with you guys for this first episode of Meet Me Monday. But of course, because it is, I think, it's almost midnight. It's like 25 minutes to midnight, so after this is all edited and everything, this will be posted tomorrow, Tuesday, so just work with me and pretend it's Monday or something. I stayed up late to give this crap to you, so here you go. But anyway, this was the first episode of Meet Me Monday, and I hoped you guys liked it. But then also, throughout the video, you probably heard music in the background. That's because I figured it would be much easier to just play my own music here in my room instead of trying to find music on YouTube that I could play in the background. So what I've been playing this whole time is, let me just grab it. I have an old record player, and so I've been playing my vinyl, The Traveler by Chris Stapleton, and I played the first, because it's a two-parter, 2 vinyl, whatever, and I was playing side A of the first part the whole time, and that consisted of Traveler, Fire Away, Tennessee Whiskey, and Parachute. But of course, I'll be putting like the credits in the description for copyright purposes. I really don't want to get flagged or something, but I've avoided it so far. But again, I hope you guys liked this video. This was a lot of fun for me to do, and I look forward to the next times I get to do it. So anyway, as always, please like or dislike. Please leave a comment down below with what you think and any suggestions for videos I should do in the future, or any covers I should do, and any thoughts that you guys have, or any questions, and whatever. So, and also please subscribe so you can cut back and see more music and see more episodes of Meet Me Monday, as well as some other cool stuff that I've got planned, and I will see you guys next time.